God damn, Dale, you called it last night. Game 7 is in a separate league of its own. The Nuggets Jazz last night was fucking awesome. Even though I picked the wrong team to win. Thoughts on last night?
Dude, I can't believe you didn't pick the boys from home, Denver. I love that team, boy. I love them. Jamal Murray, I'm obsessed with. I know he didn't have the best night, but Jamal Murray, number one fan.
I guess Dale's now the president and founder of the Jamal Murray fan club in San Diego. No, it was a really good game. And then that was kind of interesting last night when he got kneed, and I'm assuming he's going to have like some sort of quad contusion.
Oh, yeah.
But able to bounce back. That game reminded me of like highlights of like the early 2000s, the 90s, like low scoring games. That was some of like the best defense I think I've ever seen. You have Gobert going against Jokic, basically canceling each other out. I mean, you can leave it up for discussion who's the best defensive center in the league. It's coming down to one of those two. I mean, you can maybe toss an Embiid in there a couple times just because he could shoot well. But, man, that last sequence was crazy. Donovan Mitchell.
How did he miss that layup?
Yes. Well, Donovan Mitchell, going down and then getting stripped. They missed that layup, like you said. And then fucking Conley almost nailed it.
I had a parlay last night.
Of course, yes. Dale's got the parlays. Dale's got the parlays. Tell me all the teams in the parlays.
So I won the first two legs. I won the Braves. I won the Tribe. And then I had the over, which was, I thought, personally, a low over for these two teams at 217.5. And we didn't even get to like 170.
No, not even.
So I was hoping for an overtime at the buzzer. Mike Conley could have kept driving. He had a second to get inside the three-point line. I was hoping for a couple overtimes.
Now, it's just so funny because, look, Donovan Mitchell's going to take that next step. I think you just get him another piece in Utah, it's fine. Because without Boban there, who's a legitimate second scoring threat? You don't have anyone there. So with Murray and Mitchell combined for close to almost 500 points between them in that entire series, I would have taken the over as well, but just another day. Dale's parlay.
It's not a loss, it's a lesson. But listen, there's a lot more opportunities coming through, and a big name is also getting into the gambling scene. Michael Jordan takes a equity stake in DraftKings. Will, you have any more for me on this one?
You're telling me that Michael Jordan, who owns the Charlotte Hornets, and I would say has one of the worst gambling problems ever, Michael Jordan I'm referring to, now has equity stake in DraftKings, sign me the fuck up. Yes. I use DraftKings probably more than anything. More than Bovada, more than FanDuel, more than your own bookie. Now he's going to send information and he's going to give his own advice to the advisory board. I love it. This is just another thing that Michael Jordan can just put his hand into and say, all right, I want a piece of this. I want this amount of money. I think it's a great look.
His hands in the cookie jar, jumping into gambling. I think it's a great look. I think it's a great investment. Great time for a lot of people to hop into this avenue. But, dude, we're going to end this on this conversation, something that's still relevant in the U.S. today, a quote that I love a lot. I know you probably don't like it as much as me, but Kirk Cousins on coronavirus. If I die, I die. Same, Kirk. Same. Let me make my own choices, man.
Oh, good old Kirk. Kirk D. Cousins. Okay, couple things on this. One, as an active blogger on the internet myself, and you've dabbled in it a little bit as well, I hope you can get more into it. They took his quote out of context. I'm not joking about the virus. I am a survivor. And he was saying how he doesn't agree with the mask, and that's how the rest of America feels. And I'm not for it either, but he is following it. My thing is, I don't know if you had to say it, but look, to your point, it's your own choice. And I hopefully at this point, we've said it before, that second or third wave is going to hit.
The second wave already hit.
I don't know.
I mean, the restaurant opened indoor seating in San Diego last night. People have to sign in and write their name on. It's just like, it's so ridiculous. If people want to go sit at a restaurant, let them go sit at a goddamn restaurant. People want to go to a bar, let them go to a bar.
Yeah.
It's like let us make our own choices. Like their businesses are failing simply because the Americans can't make their own choice to go to that business, which is crazy.
My thing really fast too on the season, we keep mentioning it. It's like when you put it on, you put food on the back burner and you say, oh, fuck it, it's fine. Just turn it on low. It's whatever. I've never felt that way about the NFL in my lifetime. Neither of you. It's approaching faster. I had my fantasy draft tonight, which I thought, holy shit, this is legit. So
Yeah,
how coronavirus plays into the season, maybe they
We'll
take
see.
your approach. You got to
We'll
just
see.
say, they're so cautious. It's so weird. I just
They
want
are, but
normalcy.
at some point, people have to go back to work, dude. At some point, bars have to open back up. At some
In the
point, you
NFL,
don't have
they
to
have to
wear
go
a
back to
mask.
work. Yes.
Right. And I have to go back to work as being a fan of the NFL. So we're here for it.
Suffering Browns fan, suffering Chargers fan. I love it.
We're here for it. We're also here for you guys. Thanks for joining in today, guys. WOTM Daily. Follow us YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Apple, Spotify. You know the drill. William, have a great day, my dude. We'll talk soon.
You too.